I remember going to see the Giants at Giant Stadium with my dad when I was a kid, and we'd go down the New Jersey Turnpike. And I remember whenever there would be steam or whatever it was coming out of the power plant with my dad in the car, I would look the other way, like off towards New York, because it bothered me.
But I grew up at in a time where when they would talk about solar energy, I was like, yeah, why not? Of course. Like, it's a no-brainer, of course. You know, electric car, duh.
I remember the idea was, you're the next generation, you're gonna have to clean this up. I remember thinking even as a kid, like, you guys are the adults, you clean it up, like we're just little kids. Why are we waiting for someone else to do it? Let's do it now.
20 years ago, I was jumping up and down saying, this is important, you should pay attention to this, hey. And now 20 years later, be careful what you ask for, because now it's just, everything is coming full on.
My green. I hate that word.
A green person. Actually,
I'm really one of those obnoxious people. I compost everything from my kitchen. We wear a lot of sweaters in my house.
When my husband and I got married, we did so at a sustainable community right outside of Atlanta. We had a carbon neutral wedding. We got it verified.
We planted a living ecosystem in our yard. We have a 2-acre natural prairie. It was scary at first, but once you learn, it's like riding a bicycle. You can do that.
He's like, you're going to do a sculpture. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna be cool. And they're like, out of my trash. And I said, yeah, whatever, just stay out of my way.
Carpool.
I wish I was as green as I tell everybody else to be.
I have to watch being self-righteous.
I think people get a sense of, oh my gosh, there's so much I can do, I don't know where to start.
I think that's part of the problem is education. People don't know. They don't know what they can do to be green.
The lifestyle that Americans have been leading over the past 10, 15, 20 years is changing.
There is no way that what I'm doing is enough.
No, it's never enough.
We cannot simply console ourselves to thinking that if we buy organic produce or if we shop at a farmer's market or drive less, that that's going to solve the problem.
Because the earth is. it is struggling. It is laying bloody at our feet.
Everyone now realizes around the world that has a brain, that the environment and our sustainability is important, not only to us, but mostly to our children, our children's children.
The younger people, I believe, have a better appreciation for it than we do.
Well, I did protest the offshore oil drilling in Northern California probably when I was 10. I think I wrote a poem and spoke.
My son one day finally said, Mom, why are we killing so many trees? And I said, you know what? You're right.
Ultimately, I believe that this movement and this revolution is going to happen because it is our children who will make it happen.
Where people my age, that's something that's relatively new in our lifetime, but for them, it's just part of their life.
My parents don't do anything. Sometimes people just get set in their ways, and that's not an excuse, though.
It can't just be about money. It can't just be about laziness, and it can't just be about, well, that's how we did it last year.
You got to get everybody involved. But when you get people really jazzed about a big sense of purpose, amazing things start happening. And when all that accumulates and people start seeing the world in a different way, you get this explosion of ideas.
Our new president has to put everything that we do through the lens of environmental responsibility.
The environment is not an isolated issue. The environment and sustainability of the environment is an issue which permeates absolutely everything that he is going to be looking at and doing.
Barack Obama.
First I tell him that I love him, and then I would tell him to lead by example.
I would say invest in young people.
It's all about infrastructure.
And let's make energy free.
It is up to you to direct this country towards a more disciplined approach to consumption.
And to make that message not only okay, but right, and one that we can all rally around.
We'll get behind you.
The more we start caring about the environment, it seems like the more we start caring about each other. And the more we care about each other, it seems like the more we care about the rest of the world.
We are the environment. We are the biggest part of the environment. Without us, we wouldn't be calling all this the environment. We have to call it the environment. We have to call it and claim it our planet.
I don't feel like that's asking for much.
Hi.
How about sustainable has always been very important to me.
Is that it? Okay. Are you done with me? Thank you.